Hello guys, we are doing a recording of the Napkin Plan today. We have Johan, say hello Johan.
Hello, hello.
And we have Teresa, our guest, our prospect who's going to watch at the Napkin. So welcome, and you can start Johan.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Okay, so what we're going to show you basically is hopefully from start to end, how we're doing the business. So obviously this part is all about design your ideal life. So typically where we start with the business is I've been in employment for the last 30 years plus, and to me personally it was quite a shock to learn that although I've been working for quite a while, I've been working for about 40 years and I'm working about 40 hours per week, only to realize that I'm going to have only 40% of my salary in the form of a pension if I go on pension one day, which was quite a shock. And I just wish that somebody had shown me this prior to, hopefully, it would have been nice if I heard this about 20 years ago. Then I could have made a plan then, but now it's almost too late because I got about 7 years left and then I'm going into retirement. So how does this work? Typically, we talk about, and this is life, okay? From the age of 20, so you would go and study, get good degree, hopefully you work for the same company for 40 years, and at the age of 65, you're going to retire. The reality of that is that in that time, you're going to get about 400 paychecks. 480 paychecks, of which 2 years will be on leave, and the reality of all of this, that only 1 out of 100 people can actually afford to retire, and it's probably only the CEO of the company that you're working for that can afford to retire. That's the reality. Don't fight it. I'm always saying don't fight it. This is what it is. So now that you know that the old model that we've been shown by our parents is actually a problem, it's not so much the great solution that we always thought it would be. There is a better way. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, well-known writer, he's done a few books. One of his first books is The Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. Most people know about that book. He's also done a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. So how does the cash flow quadrant work? We talk about ESBI. Okay, so Robert said that all people on planet Earth find themselves from an income perspective in one of these 4 quadrants. Now, it's nothing to do with your EQ or your IQ. It's got all to do with that decision that you and your parents took some time back by go and study, work for the same company. So on the E, on the left-hand side, Robert is saying the people here are all employees. So they're trading time for money. This is where you work the 40 hours per week for 40 years, only to retire at 40% of your last paycheck. So this is the E quadrant. And then a lot of people actually think they're upgrading themselves, and I see it so often when people go into retirement, they actually open up their own business. This is typically where doctors and all of those people that are actually working for themselves. And the sad part about being self-employed is now you're actually trading more time for money. So in these 2 quadrants, if you don't work, there's no pay, there's no income. However, there is a better way, and so the better way is actually to get you out of the E and the S quadrants into the B, which is a business system driven. So this is big business. Here we talk about S is self-employed, so it's small businesses. B is all about a system-driven business. So we're talking here about systems. And in this world, everything is being designed. You don't have to go and design the mechanics of the business. You don't have to design the courier cost. All of that has been taken care of. So most of the well-known millionaires around the world find themselves in this world. And what we're going to show you now is basically how to get out of the E and the S quadrants, where we talk about, so this is literally a world where we talk about active income versus passive income. Huge difference. So here you're getting leveraged, but here you are leveraging other people to assist you in that business system-driven business. Robert is also saying quite something. So why would we do this? He's saying quite a shocking statistic that about 90% of the world's population find themselves in the E and the S quadrants, but they only have access to 10% of the world's wealth. So only 10% of the world's money operates in these two quadrants. To the opposite, 10% of the world population find themselves in the B and the I quadrants. So I being the investor quadrant, where you have enough money and you can actually live off your investment, which is a fantastic world, and I think that's pretty much where we all want to be. But on this side, he's saying that although 10% of the world find themselves here, they actually have access to 90% of the world's money. So what we're showing you now is a way to move from the E and the S quadrants into the B quadrant, where you can actually become part of that 10%. So hopefully soon that'll be 11% with you being in that quadrant. Okay. So next we're going to give you something about the here is 3 mega trends. Okay. Mega trends. Today, it really doesn't help to be involved with DVDs, or those shops are way past and they had their purpose, but it wouldn't help to open a DVD shop today or even a CD shop for that matter. You need to really invest your time and effort and money into something that's beyond that. So here, first of all, we're going to talk about the wellness and the health industries. Okay, so this is where they are. This is today, quite interesting, a $4.2 trillion industry. So it's massive. It's really one of the biggest industries around on planet Earth. What is wellness and what is the health industry? It's all about fat loss, not weight loss. In our business, we talk about fat loss. It's all about nutrition. It's all about skincare. It's all about fitness. It's actually everything to do but the sickness industry. So it's not about doctors. It's not about medication. It's about living better. It's about living longer. It's about living healthy. That's what it's all about, and that's why it's such a big industry. Coupled with that is the direct sales industry. Now this is a phenomenal industry. Today we're talking, that's a dollar sign, just so that you know. We're talking about $200 billion industry. Massive, and most of the most recent millionaires around the planet comes from within this industry. This industry, prior to lockdown, used to grow between 7 to 11% per annum. We now know post COVID and lockdown around the world that those percentages has just jumped through the roof, and we are obviously waiting for feedback from various industries to actually understand how big an industry this has become. Because nowadays everybody, and we're always joking, prior to lockdown I was one of those that actually didn't buy anything online. Now we're buying even our food online. So everything gets purchased through the online model. And then there's another one, social entrepreneurship. This is typically where companies donate from their profit, in other words their bottom line, to companies or schools or orphanages that are in need. And in our instance, we're also talking about a company called, or a feeding program, Mission 5 Million Feeding Program. So Paul Zane Pulzer, the economist, also worked for the White House. He actually said at one stage, if you can find an opportunity that's literally there in all three, you'll be in the pound seats, because now you're benefiting all three, these mega trends that are growing today. And this is where I'd like to say to you, welcome to the most amazing company, Manatech. Welcome to Manatech. The baby's still asleep. Okay, so who is Manatech? Manatech has got 26 years of experience. They're in 26 countries. They're on the NASDAQ under MTEX. What does that mean? For any company around the world, this is actually a big deal. For any company to be registered on the NASDAQ, which is the second biggest stock exchange in the world, you need to have a very clean financial statement. And we've been there since 1999, and that gives you an idea of the state of the company. So most companies actually go belly up, that's starting today. Within 4 years, you'll find that 80% of those companies actually close their doors. And with us being in 26 years in existence, you're actually talking about a company that stood the test of time. We're in so many countries, and our CEO, Mr. Albala, his view is to get us into 100 countries in the next 5 years. So you can actually understand that this is a company that's going to grow beyond anything else on planet Earth. Next is the company has spent about $50 million on product research and development, which is more than most pharmaceutical companies does, let alone a health and wellness company. So that even puts us even further away from everybody else. Our products are the best products ever. Products the best. Everybody that would potentially sell you a product, doesn't matter where you go, they will always say to you, my product is the best, but they can hardly ever demonstrate that to you or prove it to you. So why do we say our products are the best? Here we say our products have more than 130 patents. More than 130 patents. The company that comes closest to us has probably got 4 patents, which puts us into a completely different league. We have 90-day money back guarantee. So you can use these products. It's like at this restaurant where we are today. Come here for 90 days, eat here for 90 days, and say to the manager, listen, your food didn't do it for me, I want my money back. There's absolutely zero chance that you're going to get your money back, but with Manatech, they have so much trust in their product that they actually have put a 90-day money-back guarantee on their products. In other countries it's more. In South Africa it's purely just 90 days for the sake. We have a credit policy that actually allows only for 90 days. And then there's something completely special. So why are our products different? People often say to me, so Johan, what is different to your products, or who comes closest to your products? My simple answer to everybody is none. Nobody comes close. Why? Because we're actually the founders of Glyco Nutrition. Glyco Nutrition. So what is Glyco Nutrition? It's everything to do with cell-to-cell communications. We have about 37 plus trillion cells in our body, and these cells need to communicate. And what happens is, on our cells there are receptors, and if you don't get your body the right food, those receptors can't send signals, or they can't receive the signals. Hence the reason why so many people are actually ill nowadays. And since we've started 2 years ago with this business, we've realized that there are hardly any people that's actually healthy. People say they're healthy, but they're not. They all have some or other problem, which is why Glyco Nutrition is so needed. And so it's all about cell-to-cell communication. It's about cell recognition. It's about your gut health. It's about your immune system, and it's all about brain function. So it's holistically supporting your body as a whole. And the interesting part about this is So this is why we say nothing comes close to this. So you would say, okay, Johan, but this is all well. You know, you're talking about an amazing company, you're talking about an amazing product. How do you do the business? So how do you do the business? You know, we have really only two ways of doing the business. One is we tell stories. And the second one is relationships. This is very much a relationship building business. The stories that we tell, we're not just telling stories. We're telling people of if they have a health challenge, what they can actually use, what products they can use. So we send them a testimony, we send them a video clip that they can watch done by Dr. Nugent, the head of the scientific board, and that explains to them what they need on a daily basis. So why glyconutrition is so special, we're talking here about 8 essential glycans. So what is special about that? Our bodies require 8 essential micronutrients or glycans on a daily basis. What is it that we get from our food? Only 2. The other 6 has just disappeared over time, pretty much the last 50 years or so. And what's happened? The only thing that's changed is the shame. Okay, it's fine. It's the quality of our food, purely because we're talking here about green harvesting, we're talking about polluted air, and we're talking about polluted water. And all of that has resulted, take him out. All of that has resulted in the food state being so poor. But with Manatech's products, you can actually address that with you're going to get all those micronutrients that your body requires on a daily basis from the food. And so we say eat our products, and you actually allow your body to heal itself. We're not saying that when you eat our products, your body, you're not going to get sick. We're not saying that. We're saying feed your body the right nutrition, and your body, you actually give your body the chance of healing itself because of that 8 essential glycans that your body needs. Essential simply means your body can't produce it. You need to get it in from somewhere else, which is why I say Manatech is the only company that actually has glyconutrition. So that's the part about the story. So we tell stories about the product, and we help people with an extra income. For some people it's going to be part-time, for some it's going to be full-time. You decide how much time you want to spend on this. This is really an opportunity where you can earn as much money as you want. So there's an unlimited potential of income for you. The relationships is purely just, we say build relationships with your customers, build relationships with your co-associates, because this is very much a team dynamic. So it's all about the team. So you want to say to me, Johan, how do I make money? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Okay, I'm going to page over. Let's get to the next page. So let's talk about the compensation plan. I don't know if you can read my handwriting, but if you can't, I'll give it to you again. Okay, so here is what's important. That's you, and you have a choice. So what are your choices? One is you could become a customer, okay? Or 2, you could become an associate. Okay, one of those 2. To become a customer, it's really the simplest thing on planet Earth. You demonstrate your willingness to become a customer. So you say you want to become a customer. We will facilitate that transactions. We will basically load you onto this fully online system. That's for free, and then you're a customer. You can actually then place your order. You will pay Manatech directly. You're not going to pay any associate. We don't take your money. You pay Manatech directly, and Manatech will deliver the products to you at your house or your office, literally within 5 working days. And then you can use the product, you can change your order, you can add products, you can do with that order, because it's a fully integrated system, you can actually, and you get your own password to access your own profile as well, which is why it's such a user-friendly system for customers. 2 is, we say, but you can actually become an associate as well. Now, to become an associate, we say there's a whopping 710 Rand. which is completely ridiculous. We wished it was like 710,000 rand, because then people would give it more attention. This is a serious business with serious products, and for you to actually make money with this, it's the simplest thing in the world. So you would say, okay, Johan, but how do I make money? Really simple. Okay, so that's your online pot. Obviously, the first thing that we want to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we will say, get yourself 5 customers. Okay, when you have 5 customers, we would recommend that they would purchase about 100 point volume of products. What is 100 point volume? 100 personal point volume. That is purely just an international currency, because we're in international business. So the company had to, for the lack of a better word, design an international currency to allow us all to trade seamlessly. And this is such a beautiful system, because that's just what it is. So if you have 5 customers and your own order, because we recommend that you get yourself an order as well. Why? So that you have an experience, so that you can tell people rather than sell. So this is really a tell story environment than a sell. We don't sell, we tell people, and that's why we say this is such a special business. So if you have like 500 volume in your business, you have 5 customers or more, and there's no limit. You can help as many customers as you want. You're going to start earn money, and the company, let's say roughly about 1,000 rand. It could be much more depending on the number of customers that you have, but you can start there. So why are we saying this business has got absolutely no risk? You're paying 710 rand to start the business. And by the way, this is only the startup cost, and with that comes a business in a box, a turnkey business in a box that you can start right away. Year 2, you're only going to pay 600 rand, and that's purely just to renew. Year 3, it's also just 600 rand. But by just doing that, by just getting a few customers, now we all know people that has a health need. We all know people like that. And just for doing that, you're going to get 1,000 rand. That's how simple it is. So the first check that you can make is, and you can do this in the first 3 days, get more money than what you've actually paid. Now, in a normal business, this is purely just not possible. For this restaurant owner, he's probably still working on a zero base after years. That's the reality. Now, if you say, but okay, so that's the one way of making money. So what is the second way? So we only have 2 ways of making money in this business. It's help people with their health challenges, and the second one is you can help 2 friends. Help 2 friends, family members, colleagues, to earn an extra income. And what we're saying is they would do exactly like you are doing. They get 5 customers each. It's getting noisy in here. So we get 5 customers each. They will then each earn 1,000 rand. But you, that's introduced them to the business, will earn roughly about another 1,000 rand. And so, but you also don't have to stop here. This is what we refer to as a Team 2 bonus. You can then introduce 2 more people. 2 more people, and for them, if you introduce them and they do exactly the same, each of them will also earn 1,000 rand per month, but you will now earn an extra 1,500 rand a month. Now, this company is the company with the most progressive compensation plan on the planet, and there are 6 different commission structures. So what you need to understand is it's a lot of detail, and we'll share that with you afterwards on how the compensation plan is actually designed, because it's important for you to understand what is it that you need to do at certain levels to earn certain incomes. But this is all you have to do, is get a few customers and help a few people to earn an extra income, and you will be your master of your own business. In this business, you are your own CEO, you are your own boss, you're working for yourself, but you are never alone. This is probably the main reason why Leonie and I got involved in this, is because here we're talking about a team dynamic that plays off every day, you have a whole team that supports you, and everybody has a vested interest in you to be successful. So this company is also very big on recognition, on leadership levels. So by just doing exactly this, so there's the one thing that you need to do, and we're calling this the second thing that you need to do, these two things. Now, when we talk about leadership levels, let me leadership. Okay, leadership levels. The first one is the director. When you have 500 points and two of your friends have 500 points, you're now talking about in your business, collective in your business, you're now talking about 1,500 point volume, right? At this level, you're earning an income of between 700 Rand to about 3,000 Rand plus, because you can see how easy it is to earn the money. So you would earn at this level roughly about 3,000, or you could even do it more. So and at this level, you are already assisting 15 kids with a malnutrition, that are malnutrition around the world. And this is where we talk about feeding kids below the age of 5. I hope he's getting his... and this is why it's so exciting. So the first level is a director. Now, if you have 4 people in your team to become directors, you're going to go to executive director. At this point, you have 6,000 points volume in your business. You're already helping 60 kids on the Mission 5 Million program. How does it work? Every time that somebody purchases a product around the world, so it's a consumption based, every time that somebody purchases a product from Manatech, Manatech also donates a product for free of charge to one kid for 30 days. That's how simple it is. Special product there involved, it's called Phyto Blend. So it's absolutely the heart of the company. So that's why we're saying we're actually sharing hope with people around the world. At this level, you're going to earn around about 3,000 to about, let's call it 7,000 Rand a month. It literally depends on how quickly you want to grow the business and how many customers each of the people below you have. Now, if you help the same people or another 4 to the executive director level, you will grow your business to the gold ED, the gold executive director level. At this point, you're talking about 20,000 point volume. Okay, you're feeding 200 kids, and your income is between 7,000 to, call it 20,000 Rand per month. And so it just continues. So the people that are on this level and the people that are on that level are doing exactly the same. But the interesting part about this is, when you double up on that, it's at 40,000 point volume. At 40,000 point volume, you're helping 400 kids on the malnutrition project, the Mission 5 Million project. At this level, your income is 35,000 Rand plus per month. It could be 40, it could be more than 40. Now, at this level, it's quite an interesting level. At this level, you need to help somebody in your team to get to the presidential director level. So it's all about teamwork, and we've said that from the beginning. So even the commission structure or the bonus structure makes provision for that, to help people below you to grow their business. So when you help somebody to that level, you will grow to bronze presidential director level. Your turnover now is 80,000, and your income could be 60,000 plus. At silver PD, the next level, it's 160,000, you're now talking about 100,000 rand per month income. And the next is gold presidential at 240,000. You're now talking about 150,000 rand per month or more. And the most exciting one for me personally, and this is what we all should be aiming to get to, is platinum presidential director at 320,000 volume. Your income is going to grow to 200,000 rand plus per month. So you want to ask yourself, how much money do you want to earn? You know, you can actually decide how much you want to earn, because we've said this is an opportunity of unlimited income, and you are really on your own business, but you're never alone in this business, and that's why it's so exciting. So it's really up to you to tell us how soon you are ready, when you want to go, where do you want to start, what is your dreams, what is it you want to achieve in life, because we are here to assist you each and every way of the step, and we're looking forward to talk to you soon and take it from there, and let's start and let's get you going. What do you say?
Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll trust you'll have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Thanks.